I have so many Masters of the Universe figures that I have not opened yet. They're really stacking up. I've been trying to minimize my toy collection, but Masters of the Universe, the Origins versions, I need every single one. There's some success, there's some unsuccess in there. But let's go through what I have. I mean, I try to review them all here on this channel, but, well, I don't open. If I review them, I open them. And if I open them, I review them. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I don't know, 7 boxes. There's so much stuff. I don't know where to start. You can see that most of these boxes are Big Bad Toy Store. That tends to be where I get them. I would prefer to get the figures on Amazon. That's where they would be the cheapest for a Canadian like me. Can't believe I lost my glasses. I have to locate those before I can continue. They keep putting out more and more. There are Turtles of Grayskull. They're the original Origins. There's the cartoon version of the Origins. There's the special ones like the crossover and art ones. There's the WWE ones. It's so hard to keep up. And some of it, being Canadian, some of it is impossible to keep up. I gotta have the glasses on because I really have to see. I guess let's start with the most basic of basics that I haven't opened. Oh, I don't even know where I got this. Mattel Creations is also a very good place for Canadians to get it, but the stuff comes and goes so fast. They do have exclusive. There's the new Masters of the Universe Club, which I'm not much of a fan of. These boxes seem to be, well, the turtle boxes like this are the ones that are so hard for me to get. Some of them, I guess, are Target exclusives, and some of them are Walmart exclusives, and we'll get into that when I look at the turtles. But look at these two awesome ones, just special, weird. They're just making more and more weird stuff. We don't have the full collection of original figures yet, and we are waiting to get all of those. But instead of finishing off regular Origins figures, they introduce more, like I said, the cartoon collection, and then these special, I don't know why they went so heavy into the Snake Men. Somebody at Mattel loves snakes. I'm not complaining that much. It's just a lot of snakes, and it's very weird because I guess there was a big snake faction in the original Masters of the Universe. This guy looks really cool, glows in the dark. This Horde Trooper looks like something from that I'm not going to show you today because it's in my play sets. This is mostly the single figure packs that we'll be looking at today. I do have a lot of play sets, vehicles, and stuff like that I have yet to open. And there was a special when they just started making the Horde, when they introduced the Horde to Origins, they made a pack like this in the Horde. There was a special colored Horde Trooper. I don't remember what it's like. That's really cool that they also have a Skeletor robot mixed in there. However, Robot Prime included. That's pretty cool too. Yeah, and glow-in-the-dark snake. I don't know if there's other snake people that I haven't opened. Let's look inside. Okay, so we got Gildor. He's an example of ones that were available at, I think, Mattel Creations. Oh yeah, so a lot of the stuff did come from Mattel Creations, but check out Rio Blast. These slide-out cards, these are my favorite. I wish all of them were like this. I don't know if I've peeked inside. I have actually been pretty good, and I haven't. I don't have time. They come in so quickly. I have so many other things that I have to do. But I do have to open some of these. I love these slide cards, though, because you can put it back in if you want to. What I do is when I open my figures, I stick them into bins like this, and I do try to keep the factions together. So this is the Ninja Turtle Masters of the Universe crossovers that I've opened so far. I am going to have to split it up into probably good and bad. That's kind of what I end up doing. Here is my WWE collection of figures. Those are a lesson in me not being a completist, because I can't get them all. I go to toy shows. I'll show you some stuff that I got from toy shows. But, okay, so here is eventually. Here is another Snake Man that we got that I have not opened yet. Really cool. They based him off of one of the Snake Mountain Tower from the Eternium playset. I did not get that in Canada. That cost about, what was it? Was it like, was it $1,000? I think it was $1,000 after shipping and taxes. It was just, it was undoable. It couldn't be done. It was too big. Somebody is holding on to that for me. By the time that I have a place, that I have room and space and can afford it, by the time I have a place that I can put something that huge, is when I'll have enough money to afford something that huge. Another Snake Man that I have, messed up corner. I might have gotten this one from Amazon, which you can kind of tell by the condition of the card. Really cool figures that I never heard of before. They didn't exist in the 80s. This is one that did exist in the 80s. It seems to me, now that I'm pulling these out, so this is kind of why I'm doing this, the figures that are completing the Origins collection are being put on these slide-out cards and being offered only as Mattel Creations exclusive. It seems like, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what's in retail anymore because Canada has 0 retail. And then they have been putting out some reissues. They did reissue fan favorites at one point. I think that has come to a stop. But Shiva was the only one that was a total different, well, her gold is a different color, so she's kind of a different deco, not extravagant, but yeah, I did get her out of these reissued figures that they put out, but I haven't opened her yet. I am going to open her though, and I'm going to compare her eventually, and that was a long time ago. That was like 2023. So I'm holding on to some of these for a long time. I mean, I have opened up some newer ones, and I will open up more newer ones as I go. I don't know how to clean this up as I go, but maybe I can sort it out. I kind of have these boxes sorted out, so I guess that was my box of regular Origins. So the regular figures that I have not opened yet. And then this one seems to be the cartoon box, so I'll show you that. But on top of the cartoon box is this thing, and this is one of the exclusives. I'm not even sure what retailer it was. Target, Walmart. I think it was Target. I wanted the set so badly, I couldn't get it. A friend of mine sent it to me from... No. This set I found at a toy show. So I was hoping with the last time I went to a toy show that I would get more. It's also, the toy shows are my only opportunity to get WWE figures. So maybe I'll move to that and we'll talk about the WWE figures in a second. But I did actually see a couple of my missing figures, and yeah, this was from a different vendor, but one vendor had lots of WWE. It had one of my missing turtle packs, and I made her a low blow offer. I mean, it was $200 for a lot of figures. I thought she was going to do it. I think she was also somebody that I made an offer before. I don't think it was late enough in the day for me to make the offer, but I had to get out of there. I couldn't stay the whole day waiting for the time to go, but you know, they don't want to take large quantities, so that's what I normally would have done. But before I left, I made her a low offer. It wasn't really that low. I asked for 4 figures for $200. That's a pretty good deal, like more than what they would have paid at retail. But they were good stuff. Anyway, there's another set of this. My friend from Germany is sending me the other set, and I'm super excited to get these weird things. I mean, Stranger Things, a Netflix series. Does it really mean anything? I don't know. I did watch it. It was okay. It was 80s. There's kind of that nostalgia, Masters of the Universe connection that way. It's kind of cool. I love getting new figures though, so completely new Masters of the Universe figure. It looks really, really cool. And then the color, I don't know about He-Man because I don't have that one yet, but this sick, weird, dull Skeletor color is pretty cool, so I'm excited about that too. And yeah, I think I got this for $50. Did I get this? Yeah, the guy says he had this for $60. And what else did he have for... Oh, he had... We'll get to that. He had a Moss Man that I'm missing, and I'm so excited about. Translucent Mossman from the Turtles collection. We'll get into that soon. Okay, so out of the WWE, it seems I've opened up most of them, but these were all ones that I got from toy shows. And it's really hard to collect these in Canada, and it's really hard to keep track of what's available because they do the numbers of figures that come in each series changes every time. So I don't even know where to find them. Every once in a while, we will get a wave of these in Canada. They'll show up at Walmart, and it'll be a big surprise. And they'll get lots of them. And there was one wave, I guess it was wave 1, and they just kept getting more and more and more of them. And of course sales aren't going to do well in Canada, and that's what they look at to see how well they sell. But if we're only getting one wave over and over again, I think they're up to wave 13. See, I'm still stuck on wave 6. I got the variant of this guy. He comes with different outfits on underneath. I would like to get all of those. I don't know how I'm going to get back ones again. Eventually, one day. Alright, and then also in this box is Mossman. I did open him because he's flocked. I have to put him back. I really want an unflocked Mossman. I think it's too late. I don't think they're going to do it. I mean, maybe for the cartoon version. Yes, I guess they could do that. Was Mossman in the cartoon? I'm not sure. They might do it that way, but I want an Origins Mossman without flocking. I might have to buy another one of these and just rub off the flocking. That might what I have to do, because I can't store this guy in with my regular figures. It's not going to go over well. I know from when I was a kid and I had flock figures, they would get dents if you stored them, and the flocking would get pushed down by the other things pressing against them. It would happen anyway. I did open this one, but something about these great boxes is that you can put them back together again. So yeah, I do have some WWE. I think what I'm doing is waiting. Will I ever see some of these other series again? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen. All right, let's look at some of the cartoon figures that I haven't opened yet. And we've got this whole series. So now they're coming out in waves of 3. They started out coming out in waves of 4. Then they started doing them in waves of 4, but they broke up the waves into waves of 2. They really were. And now they're making them in waves of 3. And the cartoon series is still continuing. Lots of those new ones of those coming out and being announced. But this is this wave, and I didn't even remember that I got this. Can't even remember where I got this wave from. But 2 very, very classics, Triclops and Many Faces. Both guys have 3 different changeable expressions, heads, faces. Then we have this Hordak, which is so cool. I love the artifacts that they include with these figures. And then who else do I have? Still haven't opened Ram Man. I wish they would put series numbers on these so I could keep track, but I mean, we do have the cross cell on the back. So here's the other collection of 3. And Mantenna, which I'm excited to open, and the cartoon She-Ra. Maybe I could open up She-Ra with that other She-Ra that I have and then show my other She-Ras. But the cartoon ones look really, really good. Oh, also, look, it's the She-Ra. It's the 40th anniversary of She-Ra. So, is it still? Was that last year? I think that was last year. I think we moved on past that. Or maybe it's it has to be this year. They have the cards, which I'll show you in a second too. And then we have these 2. Okay, that's what's going on here. These were the second 2 of these 4 to come out. Which was really cool about this is the mini comics were different in the 2. So they really were waves of 2, but they were advertising them as waves of 4. But it's confirmed in my mind that they're waves of 2 because the mini comics were different from these 2 than these 2. Whoa, and this card seems to be open because the mini comic just fell out. And you know what? Maybe that's not true what I just said because, oh no, it's true. Because these do have the same 2 mini comics. And I don't even remember opening up this Evelyn. I was looking at a picture before, not too long ago, or seeing it at the toy show and seeing her special artifact wand in there, and I didn't even remember that I opened them, because there's just so many, and I've opened so many, and I've not opened so many, which is crazy. Right, so I am really excited about the Thundercats. I thought for a minute there that we were going to be getting Turtles and Thundercats continuously, and there would have been another faction that we have to collect. But no, they have stopped the Turtles now to do the Thundercats, even though there is still a new wave of Turtle. Is there a new wave of Turtles? I think I have to get a new wave of Turtles. I don't know, you tell me. I don't know if I can remember, but we are going to look at the Turtles now. But I'm just going to take this moment now to... There's supposed to be a Big Jim movie, and I really want them to make an Origins Big Jim. I need to say it right now, because, and I say it all the time, and I want them to make a Major Matt Mason, and I want them to make a Pulsar, and his other guy, whatever the other guy that came up with Pulsar, they need to make those in Origins. I want those so badly. They also need to make them should make Barbie ones too, like 1/6 scale. That would be so cool. Not the 14-inch figure like Pulsar used to be in. Oh, and they need to make Max Steel again too, and they should definitely make Max Steel in this version too. Got to make those 3, and there's more. There's other Mattel brands that would... Is Bravestar Mattel? I would like to see that crossover. And Forza T. They definitely need to make Forza T Origins figures. That is very important to me. I wonder if they have the rights. Was that Argentina? They gotta make those. Yeah. I don't see... They have all of the parts. Why wouldn't they make those? Alright, so let's look at the Turtles. So I do have some Turtles. This has helped me be able to sell all of my Turtles. Turtles were not something that I collected as a kid. I only collected Masters of the Universe. I love Masters of the Universe more than any other action figure that was ever put out. Fisher-Price Adventure People, pretty awesome figures. I even liked some of the Star Wars figures in the 70s. But Masters of the Universe takes the cake. But I have collected over the years because, they are 6-inch figures, and I really like the Turtles, and they look really, really good. And some of the ones that they've put out are really, really good. There's a few that I'll keep, but all of the retro ones and the stuff that I've collected, I now can get rid of, because these crossovers, they itch that scratch. They're definitely, these are really cool. So these boxes are really hard for me to come by, especially the ones that are the Build-A-Monster. And I think I'm still missing 2 of these, 2 of the earlier ones. I'm missing Krang, whatever his name is. And I think I'm missing, and then, I don't know, my friend, again, from Europe, who can get these so much easier than I can get them in Canada, and also shipping from Europe is cheaper than it is for me to get things from the United States too. So it's insane. I don't understand Canada. Let's not start talking about tariffs in U.S. and Canada. I just know that it ain't cool. So this is the first one in the series. Build a robot. Build a metal Bato. I really need to make him. This is why we're making this video. I have to take inventory and see which ones I'm opening. But I did not open him, waiting, because so many people had this long before I did, and I was just going to wait until I got the full collection to build Metal Bato, whoever he is. But these are so cool. I can't. And then translucent figures. Translucent toys are my favorite toys of all toys in any form. And the fact that they made Mossman, and they made Mossman without flocking, which is what I really wanted, and they made him translucent. He has to go into my Turtles of Grayskull boxes. But I and then maybe I got another one of him. So this is what I got for $50 with this. Like I saw this too. I walked into the toy show. I ran around to all the tables looking for all the Masters of the Universe. this guy had these two. They were sitting on the table, and I said, "How much is that? And how much is that?" And he said, "They're 60." And I mean, this was my wildest dream. But I'll give you both of them. Or no, he didn't even say that. But maybe he did say I'll give you both of them for 100. Anyway, I was getting both of these for 100. So I did like not buy them right away and started running around the toy show, looking to see. I was thinking that they would have the He-Man, and I would buy these together from some seller, and then some seller might have had a lot of turtles together where I could do a big, because I needed to get all of my missing ones. So I was gonna, but anyway, so I went back, and when I went back to the table, all these people were holding on to the figures and looking at them, and I was kind of freaking out. But what I did is I just took my wallet over to the guy, and I said, "Okay, I'm definitely gonna get those two. And then I had to take them out of the people's hands and tell them that I'm sorry, I already bought that. And they said, oh, I'm sorry. And I said, "Oh, no, it's all right. Just give it to me." And then here I got these, and I'm so happy, and I'm so excited, and a very good deal to get these. Like, you might think that $50 is a lot in Canada, but when you do the conversion, $50 is about $30 American, first of all. And yeah. And then they did have Krang, or whatever his name is, some other person did. She wanted $75 for it. And I bet you she would, no, because I kind of offered her 60 for it when I was, I think maybe I asked for $100 for two figures. I think I chose two that I really liked, and I said, "Can I get those?" And she goes, "No, but I could." I think she wanted 110, and I should have done the deal. The Krang was worth $60, I guess, at this point. We'll go to another toy show, and we'll see. We'll see how hard it gets. Again, I might have to get my friend in Europe to buy it from eBay for me, where eBay shipping in Europe is $5. When I buy something on eBay, I have to pay $30 shipping. I don't understand. I don't understand Canada and how it works, and it's horrible. All right, so this is the rest of the turtles that we got going on. I don't know how I'm going to make this thumbnail to show everything, but let's take a look at some of these turtles that I have left over. These are so big. They're like they look even bigger than Masters of the Universe. Their heads are so big, and I don't know. They look kind of out of proportion, but the ones that I've opened, they do seem to fit right in. And I do like that you can remove some of the armor. It seems like they've done a better job with the new turtles, where you can make them look, and this is more my thing, I don't really want them to have Masters of the Universe costumes on. I mean, I kind of like it because I love Masters of the Universe, but at the same time, I do like that you can transform them into their original looking characters, but in exactly to fit right into the Masters of the universe at the same time. That's so cool. These, they didn't, like, okay, first of all, these are Snake. They've continued the Snake series into the Turtles. Does that make any sense? I don't know. I don't understand. With the huge Mattel obsession with snakes. I don't hate snakes, though. I mean, I don't like snakes in real life. I mean, snakes are not cool. But the snakes are cool. If you know what I'm saying. So there's those two. Those two look awesome. Let me build a pile, and then, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to make this thumbnail. Oh, these two are, I forgot about these. Clam Champ, one of my favorite figures. Never had him as a kid because he came in the last wave 6 of the original Masters of the Universe figures, and I was too old to collect toys. Go figure, look what happened. We came back. So I missed out of all Wave 6 figures, and they're some of my favorites because they went back to the basics. They made the figures look like they were the original 8 again, which is so cool. Okay, and this is like a souped up dragon. As much as I don't like detail, there's a lot of detail. This looks very McFarlane, not something that I like. I did not like when Masters of the Universe went that route, but this is still better. This is a little more simplified, but there is a lot of detail. It's not as cartoony as some of the other figures, but this is a dragon figure. That's sick. What else? What else is in here? I don't know if I'm going backwards or forwards or what. Got some more Snake Men. I'm really excited. Oh man, look at how many I have to open. I'm gonna have to open these in huge lots. I'm gonna have to open up like the whole series of 4 together and get to them and see. And I don't think you can make these look like regular turtles. I don't know. That's something that I have to explore when opening these. But there's so many. They've released so many different versions of the turtles that I think that you can mix and match and build the ones. Yeah, but they've got stealth armor and snake armor and the snake hunter, and yeah, so we definitely got a lot of each character. But Mechaneck looks totally different and out of this world. So out of the Mutu world. That's not even half this box. This is insane. This guy, Rattler, it's Rattler with his head coming out of his open mouth. Like, that is one of the coolest designs. I don't know if you can see, but his skeleton head comes translucently out of his body. So there you can see it in the artwork. Incredibly cool. We got another turtle, the Donatello, done in some kind of, look at the flames and all the accessories. There's a lot of stuff that comes with these. These are big, cumbersome, lots of accessories. These figures they're definitely worth their price. I would say, would they be $50? I would say normally I would pay $40. That they cost me $40 after like shipping and stuff. I mean, if I find them on Amazon, which is so rare, I can get them for about $35. Wait, but then there's tax. I can get them for about $30. I can get them to, I guess $30 to $40, because sometimes they're, I don't know. Oh, look at this, a female owned. This is coming off the blister. I don't know if these are ones that I got from, these ones are falling apart. I guess I would have gotten these from Amazon, luckily, or something. Does this come from the same series? Yeah, these two are in the same series. Both of these are in really bad blisters. I guess it was a bad time for glue in that period, but I am super excited to legitimately pull him out of his box. A stealth He-Man, kind of cool. I mean, it's just real He-Man. It would be cool to see how different he is from the other He-Man. He does have a ripped toe on his foot, which looks kind of cool, but I like the shroud and the different loincloth. And then this sorceress April O'Neil is kind of cool too. Very cool cartoony face. And see, and then this must be the other two from this wave. Yep, we got another Hordak, which puts him into the turtle universe, and he's got some kind of crazy wings on. And then we've got a kicking shell from the stealth ninja Leonardo, looking kind of cool. Again, look at all of the accessories and souped up stuff, and you can strip them down or you can build them up. And then so many translucent things in all of these packs. Where I was looking, that head looks so weird and so unique and so different. Really cool. Okay, that pile is getting so high. It really is a lot of turtles that I haven't opened. What's going on here? Oh, I can't believe this one. Okay, then we have a Tila. So like we can match the girls up together. We can have mother and daughter Tila and April looking all crazy in their bird uniforms. Like, come on. Really cool. And then this is my favorite figure. So I love humanoids. Like, out of all of the turtle ones, this Casey Jones, this was the one that I was so excited for. I love humanoid ones. When I was a kid, I remember I liked to play with Fisto and Trapjaw, Jitsu, Fisto and Jitsu the most because they were humanoids and they weren't as silly as Buzz Off or oh they just fell. They just fell on pillows though, so it's okay. Yeah, Buzz Off, silly, and Stinkor. I mean, fun, cool, interesting. I do like animal human hybrids and stuff, but kind of silly in concept. Like a skunk man and a bee man, kind of silly. But when they did a humanoid figure, I was like, oh, he's so cool. Which again is why, what's his name? Clamp Champ. He was one that I wanted so bad. And King Randor from that wave too. Luckily we've got both of those already. But Casey Jones, this one, I can't believe I haven't opened this one yet. The mix and match possibilities and stuff, and I wonder how his skin tone matches. He has got this tank top. Anyway, I'll save the review for the review, which I guess will happen. And then here's the last two turtles. I got some more stuff to show. Oh no, this isn't the last two. Okay, last two turtles. We got a weird looking Skeletor. I guess that's the only Skeletor in the turtle. I don't know, there might be some deluxe ones. There's all of the square box ones. I showed you the ones that I had. There are so many more. I guess I don't have any of the ones that were available from, well, I don't know. I can't keep, I gotta, this is why I'm making this video. Now I have to go and look and find out which ones I'm missing. And there's some coming in the mail, too, for my friend in Europe. Alright, so those two, look at his silly He-Man hair. So I guess I'll have to open up 4 of those. If we do videos of 4, I can crack these. I can crack these open and get them. I'm also going to save so much space from keeping them in all of these giant boxes, right? All right, so here's the last stuff that's going on. Okay, this is a little mix. This is kind of the newer stuff. So, Hero. Look, I can already open him. Super so happy to get him. Can't wait to get Eldor. Two of the coolest things. I mean, I love dinosaurs. Who doesn't love dinosaurs? So rather than snakes, I wish they would have done so much dinosaur stuff. And maybe that's to come. Maybe there's going to be so much. Are we going to get those 3? Oh, the 4. The 4 coveted monsters. Are we going to get that giant brontosaurus that we've only ever seen in prototypes? Taking Masters of the Universe into prehistoric times, I mean, I can't. The barbarianism has always been my favorite part of Masters of the Universe. Actually, it's the barbarian mixed with space, smashed together. So cool. And these chunky, hunky, awesome figures. I mean, that's why the initial ones were so they're like Boris paintings. Unbelievable. From the 70s. If you know, you know. This guy, a new cartoon figure, I guess because he's the latest, he didn't get put in the cartoon box, so I might have to switch that up, put him where he's supposed to go. And then there's this video that I haven't even cracked open this box, and I usually crack open the box. The Modulok video. I have my original Modulok here. Cyclone was a figure that I missed, but I was so lucky that my friend sent me his. He decided that he wasn't going to collect any of the figures that didn't that looked similar to his original ones, I think, something like that. Anyway, he gave me his box too, but I never did a review of Cyclone, but it was one that I missed. It was like one day where I wasn't like you have to be on Mattel Creations the day that the figure comes out. Actually, it's hit or miss. It's insane. It's crazy. It drives me crazy. Is that sometimes I'll forget, like, you got lots of things to do that day, and you won't remember today's the day that you have to sit on your computer and wait for the figure to go live. And it seems like every time that I forget, which I think it's only been 2 or 3 times that has happened to me, where it's just maybe it's a week that I'm not doing social media, so I'm not getting the reminders. I'm not. Instagram's not fun to be on anymore because you don't get to see what you follow. You only get to see ads and people you don't follow that you're not interested in. So I do sometimes now I'm missing out on these things, and there's been less than a handful of times that I totally slipped my mind and I wasn't sitting on, and then they're sold out. Oh, and there's been times where I've also ordered stuff and they sent me something different, or the package was lost. So I guess that's like a handful of times that these occurrences has happened. Mattel Creations sent me some Matchbox cars instead of sending my figures, but by the time you get the Matchbox cars, they're sold out. You can't get them anymore. They're unavailable. And then if I want to go to eBay, I have to pay like over $100 to get one, mostly, and the shipping costs will be more than the cost of the figure. Anyway, Modulok was one of my favorite figures to collect. I guess I was gonna. Oh, he will be. There is a new. That's when I'll review this guy, even though he's already open. Cyclone. He looks so cool. Concept art Cyclone. Cannot wait to get that one. That is so cool. I think that's another one that's a Target exclusive that I have to get from Europe, from Smith's, because it's cheaper to get it from over the ocean than it is across the border. And I'm a half hour from the border. Okay, so Modulok, so much fun. I wanted to talk a lot about him. A lot of complaints about Modulok, but at the same time, one of my favorite figures to play with. Even as a kid, there were all of these. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that when I finally. This was my main review, and I kept putting this one aside. That's why he's out. My original one. I have all of my original ones in these little Tupperware containers. He's been standing by for months for me to review. He was the priority. I don't know what's got pushed up. And then we got another WWE. Oh, now here's a story about this. I'll probably tell. Oh, and I'll show you my Shiva cards. Oh, I think there's even more that I want to show you. The Shiva cards, the Uno ones, the art on these are so cool. I did order those when Mattel Creations had their. I don't know what about this. This was my 50th year in life, and I'm supposed to be getting rid of all of the stuff that I have. I don't know what my future is. It's outside of being happy with my toys and everything. It's a struggle, I have to say. Being Canadian. Anyway, I don't even notice, but I know that some toys are really important to me. So Mattel, Fisher-Price, favorite toy company of all time. They have the best designers. They make the cutest, hunkiest, chunky, awesomest toys. Always my favorite. Masters of the Universe, like I even mentioned Fisher-Price Adventure People before. Little People, I love. These WWE figures on Origins bodies are so cool. This was a set. So when I was watching this I guess it's to coincide with Toy Fair, basically. So they were showing all these special toys, and I forget what they even called it, the Mattel event or something. So there were so many things from all of the different brands and factions that I wanted, and I bought so much stuff. How much did I end up spending? I think it was $1,000. I spent $1,000 in toys. But this has never happened to me before. Like, they'll put out special things, and I'll say that's dumb. That's a collector thing. I don't really need that. That's a little too arty. That's not collector. But thing after thing after thing that they were showing, I was just filling my cart, and I was like, this is my dream version of this toy. This is my dream version of this toy. I've been waiting so long for Masters of the Universe. What do they call that? Oh, the Powers of Grayskull. I was waiting so long for that to come, and so that was a figure I had to get. And then I was like, I was done. And then before they did, I said, okay, now's the time to buy the stuff. So I only have to pay one shipping fee. like it's $13, so that's really good about Mattel Creations. But you don't want to pay. You don't want to buy each thing individually because you have to pay $13 individually. So I was trying to get my cart full of stuff, and I said, oh, they never have anything they never have anything WWE. So they were about to start the WWE one, and I checked out and bought everything, and then they show this, which they have never had an exclusive Origins WWE figures. They've never, the WWE superstars have never been an exclusive. So I didn't even assume or guess or think, and then so I had to pay shipping just for this. And you want something else about being bad Canadian? They did have the offer where you could make as many purchases that day, and they would give you a coupon for your next purchase. There's two bad things, but that's only available in the States. So they gave me a coupon code, and I tried it just in case maybe it did work for Canada. But no, the next time I bought something, I had to pay another $13 shipping fee. Still, $13 is pretty cheap for a shipping fee. Now, like I told you, I'm usually paying over $30 or $40 if I buy anything from eBay. Some people's shipping fees are $75. So it's just, I never buy anything on eBay because I can't. Because usually what I want to buy is cheaper than the shipping fee, and it's very sad. It's a very, very, very sad situation. Anyway, so I did have to pay, and I think this ended up costing $100 when it came down to it. But again, I'm getting two figures. I'm used to paying $50 each for these. They do come with cloth goods and other accessories. I mean, I'm not even a big I haven't been a wrestling fan since the 80s. I haven't watched wrestling, but I mean, the figures are made so well and they're so cool. Oh, and then the worst part about this whole scenario was by the time Mattel Creations had another item for me available to buy, like what was the next figure? It was I think it was this guy. It was this guy or Rio Blast. It was probably this guy. All of the things that I bought were still available to buy. Like I bought Little People sets, and I bought these She-Ra cards, and I bought it came to I think it came to $900. Not quite $1,000. Which I should not be doing, but I am at the same time. I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff, and this you might have seen the passion here. This is the most important toy collection for me, and I can get a lot of that into these bins. And I mean, Mattel toys, they're made pretty well. They're made very well. They don't get banged up, or I put them in here very, very carefully, and they seem to be okay. Like with Mossman, I know not to put him in there, and there are certain figures that you can't do that, which is why Flock Panther is still in his box. I've never unboxed him, and was so happy that they released an unflocked Panther. But the play sets, it's another reason why I don't open those, because it's hard to protect those. Like, what kind of bin am I going to put a giant spaceship in? So I tend to not open those things. And my Grayskull and Snake Mountain are getting are really dusty. I recorded this whole video without a battery plugged in. Yeah, they need a good vacuuming, because they get very dusty sitting on there. So those are the two new Origins ones sitting over there on my toy mountain, and then there's the original one. But I still haven't opened up Point Dread, which I can't believe I've not done that. Oh, there's my Little People. That's my Little People wall over there. I love Little People. All right. Thank you, Mattel, for making these toys and not sending me any. Thanks a lot for that. And I do have to finish up. I do have to get the rest of those turtles. That's what's really important. I need to build this bot more than anything. As dinosaurs and robots, like two of my favorite things right now. All right, thank you for looking at this insane collection of it's very overwhelming. This is just the Masters of the Universe toys. I have to open this stuff. All right, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me, which do you think I should open next?